Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to show you this makeup look I have on my face right now. I think it's like a really, what am I going to call this look? I have no idea, but I feel like it's like a really fierce, smoky cat eye. I mean, I feel pretty fierce when I'm wearing this look, and I really, really like it. I definitely think it's more of a nighttime look. However, I'm totally about to leave my house at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon with this on, so a daytime look too, I would say. But yeah, if you guys are interested in seeing how I created this look, then keep on watching and let's get right into it. Alright, so a couple things before we get started is one, I'm sorry about my nails. I'm gonna say it again. I know I said it in my last video. They're nasty right now. I'm getting them done tomorrow. They will be better, but I'm sorry. Second thing is, because I did the exact same thing in my last video with my face, I decided to skip over that, but I will have everything linked down below that I use on my face. Also, if you're really curious of how I apply or this or that, you can check my last video. I'm still going to show you guys like blush, highlighter, and all of that, but like the primer, foundation, and all of that I did off of camera, but it's the same as my last video. And the last thing that I need to say is I'm once again going to use the same palette that I used in my last video, and there is a reason for that. I packed up all my makeup and it is on its way to California. I also have like no clothing or anything right now, so I'm kind of improvising here, but honestly all of the shades I'm going to use are so generic. You could honestly, if you have any makeup palette, I'm sure you could get away with making this look work. But I'm going to be using the Jaclyn Hill palette today. Like I said, really honestly not using any of the funky colors in this, so I'm sure you guys can make it work with any palette, but if you have the Jaclyn Hill palette, that works too. So anyways, let's get right into it. So I'm going to start with these two transition shades, and I'm just going to put them in my crease. I'm not going to go too wild with the crease area because it's more going to be focused on the whole cat eye section of it, but yeah, I'm just going to put this in my crease. Alright, so now I'm going to blend out these two transition shades using the MAC 224. So now taking a little bit of a darker shade, I'm just going to add right on top of where I just put the other shades. Now I'm going to jump right in and take this black shade, and I'm going to use a MUA 315 brush, and I'm going to start just packing this on. It seems risky, but it'll work. So I'm basically putting this on the outer third of my eye, and then slowly I'm going to start to wing it out. Not with a lot of product. I mean, I'm kind of packing the product right on the outer corner, and then when the brush starts to get have a little bit less product on it is when I start dragging it out to create a cat eye. I know it can be really tricky to work with black shadow, but you just have to be very patient and take your time and not add too much. So the thing is, like, you really want to add the product in a place that you know it's going to be concentrated. You don't want to place the product here because you know you don't want it to be concentrated there, if you know what I'm saying. You just want to drag the excess out, and it will become very easy for you if that's how you do it. Alright, so now I'm going to take this Sigma Blending E36 brush, and it's a really small blending brush, and I'm going to use this to diffuse the edges of mostly just the top part. The side part, like the wing part, I actually think looks fine. It doesn't need much blending. I don't want it to get sloppy and muddy, and sometimes when you blend black it happens. So yeah, I'm just going to kind of get this part up here. Alright, so this part I would say is completely optional. You can make it super easy and skip this step, but I'm gonna cut this part right here with a little bit of concealer just so that it's really neat in the end. Like I said, you could totally skip this if it's like a little out of your comfort zone. I totally get that. So just like I always do, I'm taking the Tarte Shapetape in the shade Fair Neutral, but that's kind of irrelevant. Whatever shade of concealer you use will work just fine. And a little flat brush, and I'm going to just carve out this section. I'm not gonna worry about it being too perfect because I'm gonna buff it out a little bit in the end. So this one, you kind of, like I said, you don't even have to do this part. I'm just doing it because I'm me. And I'm only gonna take it about halfway in, as you can see. Because of the black, I don't want it to have a harsh, it's really difficult to kind of blend that out sometimes, so I'm not going to take it too far out because I really like the simple black smoky wing. When you get to the outer corner right here, you want to just tap, and definitely not add any excess product. You definitely don't need it. You just tap, 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 and it's gonna naturally blend the black in with the concealer and make a nice little gradient, but it's gonna get covered up anyway. You just wanna make sure that there's no harsh lines in the end. So this is what it looks right now. Well, I just realized how messy this is. So this is what it looks like right now. I'm going to quickly do the other eye off of camera, and I'll be right back. I keep having to go like this so that it focuses on my face. See how it keeps getting darker? It's driving me crazy. Alright, so honestly at this point you could do so much with this look. Like, you could just keep it like this. You could add any color you really want. It's pretty fierce, honestly. But yeah, so what I'm going to do is... So I'm going to take this really cool shade right here and put this on my entire lid space. So on the same brush, I'm going to take the shade that has a little bit more copper in it, and I'm going to place it on the little transition part of where the black meets the shimmer, and just kind of give it a little bit more of a warmth to it. So now to give this look a little bit more dimension, I'm going to take a pretty light shimmery shade. I'm kind of just mixing all of the light shimmers in this palette, but you could take whatever shimmery shade you have, and I'm just going to place it kind of right in the center of the lid. Now taking the brush that I used to apply the black, I'm gonna mix in some brown with black, and I'm gonna start going over this seam right here. Alright, so now taking a smaller brush, I'm gonna take the Sigma E17 Waterline brush and put a little bit of black on that brush. And I'm just gonna add literally the tiniest bit, but I'm gonna make sure to connect it to the top. And I'm adding this on my lower lash line. I'm just blending this out with the smallest, cleanest blending brush I can find. Alright, now I'm going to add lashes and mascara, and I'll BRB. Just switched my laundry and I'm out of breath. Okay, so next thing I'm going to do is take this nude pencil from Rimmel, and I'm just going to put it on the inner part of my waterline. Then on the inner part, I'm going to take a little bit of black and put that in basically where the black is. I know that step seems a little unnecessary, but it really just brings your eyes up and makes the cat eye a lot more dramatic, trust me. So let's move on to the face, and then we'll be done. So for highlighter today, I'm going to use the Fenty Killowatt highlighter, and I'm going to use the shade Fire Crystal, which is the really, really bright one. And this is what I used the last time, and I am obsessed with this highlight. I really like the idea of having extremely glowy skin for this look because the eyes are so intense. So I'm going to add a stripe on each side of my forehead. And I can understand if you have oily skin, you might not want to do this because it might just make your skin look oily. But on someone like me who has pretty dry skin, it doesn't really do that. So for blush, I'm going to use the Butter Blush by Physicians Formula, and this one is in the shade Plum Rose. I'm only just finding out now that they had more than one shade. I swore they only had one, and I was just calling it the Butter Blush, but it's a shade Plum Rose. And I'm not going to use a lot of this. I really want the skin to stay fresh looking. Now for lips, when I originally did this, all I had on my lips was the Catrice Volumizing Lip Booster, which is pretty much just a lip plumper in a very like subtle pink shade. So that's exactly what I'm going to do today. And honestly, this stuff, like, it looks really pigmented at first, and I don't really like it when it's like that. So I like to just dab off with a makeup wipe or a tissue. Dab off a lot of the pigment. As you can see, just, I feel like the gloss stays and the pigment comes off, which I like, personally. You might not like that, but I like that. Alright, so now I'm going to set my face using the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Spray and Set Makeup Extender Setting Spray. God, that's a long name. Alright you guys, so that's everything. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something new, and I hope you'll try out this look. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. I make videos every single week, so you can definitely catch those. Also, you can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Snapchat, and I'll have all of that linked down below, as well as all the products that I used in today's video. They'll be down there, so you can check that out. Also, actually, no, I think that's it. I hope you enjoyed. I said that like 5 times already, but yeah, I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!